morning, everybody from sunny Florida. The rabbi is snuck out for a few days with the family, and we are in Miami. But I wanted to come with a Dvar Torah because today is a super, super special day and super special weekend. So first of all, Chodesh Tov. Today is Rosh Chodesh Adar, the first day of the month of Adar. Adar is the month of greatest joy for the Jewish people. Mishanichnas Adar Marbim Mesimcha. When the month of Adar comes, we increase in joy. And the Rebbe explained us that we have to increase in joy every day, happier and happier. We have 30 days, and each day has to be more exuberant and more joyful. And Hashem should give us in our own lives and in the lives of our communities that we should have joy and happiness for everyone. Then there's something else very special. There's 2 days Rosh Chodesh. Today and tomorrow. Tomorrow is Shabbos. And because tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh and Shabbos, something very unique happens. You see, we read the Torah portion of the week, which is the portion of Mishpatim. We read a portion of Rosh Chodesh, because tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh, but we also take out a third Torah and we read a portion of Shkalim, which is the half a coin that all the Jewish people donated every year towards the upkeep of the temple. And the reason why we read this Shabbos is because we always read it on Rosh Chodesh Adar or immediately afterwards, because that is when the Jews became obliged and it was collected every year. So we take out 3 Torahs. On a usual week, we take out 1. Some very seldom times, we take out 2. This Shabbos, tomorrow, not only is it Rosh Chodesh, not only are we going to say Hallel, but we're going to take out 3 Torahs. The magnitude of the day. And 3 of course represents strength in Judaism, represents permanence and the holiness of the Torah. I have a question for you. Why do we have to take out 3 Torahs and in each one read another one of the portions? Why don't we just take out 1 Torah and roll it? Like we did in our shul till we had 3 Torahs. Every time we would just roll it. And especially since the magnitude of taking out a Torah is a very special thing. We open up the ark and we sing Vayehi ben Soah Aaron, which is the song that we sing about when Moses would take out the ark and the enemies of the Jewish people would spread and run away. So it's a very unique and special moment. So why, instead of just taking out 1 Torah and rolling it, do we take out 3 separate Torahs? And Maimonides, in his laws, speaks about this and says the reason why we don't take out 3 Torahs is because we don't want to bother the people by having them wait in shul while we roll the Torah. You know, you roll from, let's say you're rolling from Genesis or from Exodus all the way to Numbers. It takes 4, 5, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and we don't want to be, as we say, bother, matriach, burden the crowd, so we take out 3 separate Torahs. But the question really arises, I don't understand. Who comes first, the Torah or the people? Who comes for what? Really, the Torah is the most important thing. It's a big deal. Let the people sit. Enough shuls have a Kiddush club. When people sneak out anyways, they make Kiddush and they have a l'chaim. We'll let them kibitz, let them talk about whatever they want to talk about. And then they'll roll the Torah. Why would we do this in a way where we take out 3 Torahs, not to burden the people, but yet we're burdening the Torah? And in fact, if you think about the words we say when we take out the Torah every Shabbos, the Vayehi ben Soah, we say the Shema Yisrael. The rabbis tell us that when we open up the ark, it arouses great compassion from the Almighty for the Jewish people. So what are we doing here? Take out 1 Torah and finish. And the Rebbe, in one of his talks, says that the reason why we take out 3 Torahs is to teach us the power of every moment. And that's what Maimonides is really trying to tell us. We want to understand and we want to teach ourselves and our children that it's not about, we'll just sit around for 5 minutes. You say, what's 5 minutes? 5 minutes is nothing. Let's just sit around in kibbutz. Let's talk about the stock market or about politics. Of course, in our show we don't talk, we don't daven, but for the rest of the show. But the answer is very simple, the Rebbe says, that each moment, each minute has a power for us to use. And this teaches us to cherish every single moment. And as the Rebbe said, in 1991, it was Rosh Chodesh Nisan, they also took out 3 Torahs. It usually happens twice a year. It can happen Simchas Torah time. It happens every year, Simchas Torah. It can happen sometimes Chanukah or Chodesh Tov, sometimes this week and sometimes Nisan. So it could happen 4 times, but it never happens 4 times in 1 year. But in 1991, the last year that the Rebbe, before the Rebbe became sick, it was Rosh Chodesh Nisan had 3 Torahs, and the Rebbe said that when a Jew takes out 3 Torahs, a Jew has the power. Just as when Moses took out the Torah and he said, may the Torah come out and may all the enemies of the Jews disperse, all the haters, that when a Jew takes out 3 Torahs, the power of 3, and we sing the Vayibin Soah in Shul, that we are able to disperse our enemies and able to eradicate the hate and bring in love and joy. So listen, it's hard for me to fathom. The last event that we had before COVID was our Purim party. And we literally had 200 people. Miraculously, no one got sick from then. And I remember how it was. Purim is such a joyous time. There's so much celebration, so much happiness. The whole month of Adar. In fact, the Torah tells us that when you have a court case, a Jew has a court case with a Gentile, make it in the month of Adar because our mazel, our luck is shining great, shining strong. So I remember the last event we had was Purim, and here we are a year later, and we still don't know what Purim is going to be like with the weather in the east and not everyone vaccinated. But although we can't control what kind of party we have, we could control the joy and the happiness and the strength we derive from this Shabbos, from the 3 Torahs, from the love, from the joy, and to appreciate every moment that God gives us. Shabbat Shalom, my friends, from sunny Florida. We love you all and look forward to celebrating this Purim and many more Purims and months of Adar. Shabbat Shalom.